Hi Gemini, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Gemini, this is your love reading for the not upcoming 2 weeks, I'm so used to saying that, for the very near future. I'm starting to record your love reading today, doing your love story, which I have asked for feel into the energy for the very near future. And that can stretch up to 3 weeks. It can even go beyond that, in for a couple of months ahead of you. It's depending on where you're at in your energy yourself. If you're a quick changer, if you're a quick mover, if you like when things happen fast, you know that within yourself. If you're slow to shift things or if you're really fast. And also depending on each subject. Some things you can be very comfortable in switching really fast, and other things you sort of need more time, if that makes sense. And when I'm starting to record this today, it's the 17th of March. And the number 17, I use that as a basis for the energy. 17 for me means immortality, eternity, like the eternal life. So it's I feel like a very soulmate feeling already before starting the reading, because it's an eternal number. And because it's talking about, if we divide the 17, it's number 1 and number 7. So 1 is new beginnings and 7 is sort of a completion. So I get the feeling of, I don't know, it's a soul journey that if you believe in incarnation, you probably have met this person a gazillion times before, just coming back over and over again to just keep having fun with each other in one way or another. So let's see what comes out for you, Gemini. I've asked for the most uplifting, most inspiring love story that I can give to you in this moment in time. And sometimes I get several stories. Sometimes it's for singles, sometimes it's for people being separated, sometimes if you're in a committed, and sometimes it tends to be more for the people who sort of need some bit of guidance, it's like if you're doing really great, you're left to your own devices. And then I will go into the extended reading and look deeper into the message. So if this resonates with you, probably the extended will as well. And I've gotten comments where do I find the extended? And I think I'm so obvious when I say the link is in the description box just down below here, but maybe it's not so easy. You click on the little arrow just next to the title, and a little curtain falls down, and there's an information box, and it says extended reading, and it's going to be in blue color, and you just click it and it will take you to Vimeo, which is where the extended reading is. And you can decide whether you want to rent it or whether you want to purchase it. Okay, so the whole deck, I don't think so. Love story for Gemini. If you don't like the shuffle, just move ahead. Well, maybe I should just pick them. I'm using this beautiful mystical wisdom, and it's a bit large to shuffle, so I have to shuffle sort of quite slowly. Okay. Wow. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to start to give you the first card. And as I said, with the number 1 and number 7. Oh, let's just turn the noise off here. Sorry. This is definitely the new beginning. It's the Phoenix rising, and it says new beginnings on the bottom, and underneath it says begin your new life. So it's exactly the energy that I picked up, and so I'm glad that the cards are in accordance. And don't ask, the cards are being reversed. The program does that, and for now I'm keeping it that way. End of story. look into this gorgeous bird. This is you guys. So you've come out of something, you've risen above. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be from a relationship that you come out of. I just feel like life in general for you, Gemini, has made you into this Phoenix rising. And if you don't know, like, look into the story of the Phoenix rising. It is really captivating. But the fact is that you're sort of just over and over again getting back up. And I feel like that is sort of almost your journey, that you are coming back over and over again. And for some of you guys, it has been through a relationship that you've gotten out from it, and you've gotten yourself back on your feet, and here you are, strong as the sun. The sun is behind you. And what is really interesting with this love reading is that, and if you listened to me before, you know that Source is speaking through peacocks and unicorns for me. They have a significant meaning for me. So if they show up, there's a soulmate connection involved. And here we have the peacock feathers, like from the middle of you, and down here, you're all dressed in peacock feathers. And so that is speaking about two things for me. First of all, that you yourself, like, we're so focused on the other person, on our soulmate, on our partner. We're so focused on them. Like, I want to meet my soulmate. I want to meet my person, or the person that I'm with. I want them to be this and that. I want them to do this and that, or I want them to not do that, or something like that. But how important it is to sort of turn that light on yourself. Like, what type of material am I? What type of soulmate am I? What do I have to offer to somebody? What type of soulmate person? What type of soulmate person addition? I hope you know what I mean. Like, what type of addition can I? Why is it an addition first? Why should somebody else want to be with me? Why should they commit to me? Like, it's so important to ask yourself that. And once you're in that position, which I feel like you are, you're becoming this beautiful soulmate material yourself. And this could be whether you're single or in a relationship. Like, you could have learned so much being in a committed relationship, like just stepping it up over and over again. And like, you've come to maybe some conflicts, you come through some conflicts, you've been through some stuff together, and risen above. Like, the relationship in itself could be a very much Phoenix rising situation. And also, if you're single, you could have just, that's what I felt like to begin with, that it doesn't necessarily have to involve that you're a Phoenix rising because you come out of different like relationships over and over again, but rather life has made you into this gorgeous, unwavering, like almost a machine-like feeling I get from you. It's almost like you should not, for the group of Gemini that I'm connecting with right now, it's almost like you should not be able to be this triumphant. You should not be able to be this happy or this content due to some stuff that you've been through. And don't just wave that off. Don't just say, well, everybody's having a tough life. Everybody definitely has a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell, for sure. If you start to dig a little, everybody has a story to tell. But Gemini, you have 10 stories to tell. It's like you're the Gemini, and so everything you do, you're twin. So everything you do in twin-like situations. Like, there's a double of everything. So with that said, being in a single relationship, yeah, maybe you are, feeling really single with somebody. But whether you're single or in a relationship, I feel like you have become a better person. You've become better soulmate material. You're treating your person better. You're growing emotionally. You're growing mentally, spiritually. Like, there's a growth to you that has happened over time. And I feel like like I said, whether you're single or in a relationship, I think you're quite aware what you now bring to the table. And especially if you're single, that you're sort of, it's like you sort of can't wait for your person to come in so that you can show them how much love you have to give and how you would do it so differently this time. It's like, just come on already so that I can sort of be able to show you how understanding I can be, or be able to show you how romantic I can be, or what a great listener you can be, that type of thing. Okay, it's a gorgeous energy. There's a lot of fire here, and I mean, usually it just speaks about the phoenix rising from the ashes, rising through the fire. But you could be involved with a fire sign. This could be very much you having strong fire within your chart, meaning your birth chart. So like you would have you were born under the sun in Gemini. But you could have like different, if you're listening in, you could be a Gemini rising or a Gemini moon or a Gemini Venus. Like you can have a lot of strong Gemini things going on in your chart, but also fire. I feel a lot of fire within you, with the sun there behind you. So it could be a fire sign with the sun. It could be a Leo that is involved somehow, but it's like Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But also it could be the trait of who you are, just being on fire, being very strong, having a lot of fire within yourself. And then it's very interesting now to look at these. Oh my sweet Lord. I am going to start to cry. I'm not kidding, and I know it's very unprofessional. I am so sorry, but it's like, the overwhelmment of energy that I feel now. I am so sorry. And usually I would stop the recording but I come further, and so I just want you to feel oh my God, I want you to feel my authenticity about this, because I feel like this is something, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna, with the look at these cards and the amount of energy that I feel like coming through my body, it's just, guys, I'm not gonna stop the recording, but I'm gonna pause the video for just a moment to just collect myself, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, I've collected myself. I know it's a bit upsetting to maybe see me upset, and one part of me sort of just want to start over because it feels very unprofessional, and one part of me just feels like that's the mature part of me, the part that sort of has, like, I don't care if that comes across as whatever that comes across as, that is authentic, and I'm going to keep it in. And so with that said, I want you to know, with a lot of sweat, being really truthful. Thank God it doesn't show here. Just told you instead. Beautiful. So like I started out saying, you do everything double, and we started out with the Phoenix Rising, and there we have a second Phoenix Rising. We have two Phoenix Rising. So it's so typical Gemini. It just shows that it's Gemini reading all over it. But guys, what sort of struck me, and with the rest of the cards here, I'm going to show them to you. But what struck me, the energy that just sort of and I pick up the energy all the time. It's just that it sort of caught me off guard. It was like, I don't know, it was a feeling of, even for Gemini, this is too much. It's like there's something going on in your life. And for some, it's almost like I'm doing a general reading, but I pick up a lot of love. But then I'm doing a lot love reading, and I pick up a lot of the general stuff. And I just allow whatever wants to come through here. It's like there's some situation in your life where even Gemini say, sometimes it's just enough. It's just, give me a break. Just give me a minute to breathe because before we take on the next thing, that type of energy. There's also an energy that is going on here that is all about, in the midst of this, in the midst of just life being life and maybe a bit tough, and maybe with everything that's going on in the world right now. I know there's a lot of, fear and a lot of stuff that's happening. With that said, there's like, you have the biggest breakthrough. And that's where I feel like we're headed on Earth right now. We're headed into so much beauty, we probably can't understand it right now because so many people focused on the completely opposite. But for me, it's like, this is the beginning of so much beauty. And this is the feeling of the reading, and the feeling that just came over me is that you got the break. Like, it's like Gemini are saying, just give me a break, and you got it. It's like some news has come in, or you met or are about to meet this person. This might be a love story that is coming in for you. Let's just see more in detail what comes out here. But by the look of the cards, it's like you come out of something awesome. And to me, this is almost like, this feels a bit more masculine and this feels a bit more feminine. So for me, it's like you really conquered it all within yourself. That's why you're such a beautiful, and she's also having like peacock feathers on the bottom, not as strongly. So it's like you conquered it all on the masculine. So it could mean that the masculine within you, like every person carries masculine and feminine energy. It isn't, masculine is not man and feminine is woman. It's usually how it's portrayed, and usually you will find more feminine, how the feminine is being portrayed in women. Anyway, it's like you either conquered both those sides into a very beautiful blend within yourself, Gemini. It's like you have, if you've been overloading in masculine energy and maybe push down the feminine energy a bit, it's like you now have evened that out, or at least started to even that out. Conquered is what I feel is the word, conquered it. Or vice versa. Maybe you've had a lot of feminine energy and you lacked structure and order and more like focus with the masculine, and now it's like you're even that out. So, or this could mean that you've conquered, I don't know how to put it, but like it could be that you've been dealing with this woman in your life and you conquered this situation, that it's been such a tough journey for you. Or you've been dealing with a man in your life and you conquered the situation. It's been a hell of a ride. And it's now like evening it out. And within you, it's almost like reached perfect balance between the masculine and feminine. And that speaks volumes about why you're becoming this almost perfect soulmate partner for somebody else. Like you're the complete package here, is what I'm seeing. So we have 2 Phoenix risings. So I don't take that lightly. That's like you doing a hell of a job in your life in terms of love and the rest of your, like what's going on in your life otherwise. And then why I feel such a breakthrough is because, where do I begin? Let's do this. First, it feels like you were headed in one direction. And just put this in however this works for you love-wise, because there's something beautiful being then incorporated with the love. It's like it's telling your life story, and we incorporate love in that. So this is like we're headed in one direction. It could be with the person, with a relationship, that it was completely headed in one direction. And this card always turns up like the 180 card for me. So it's like you were going one direction completely, like straightforward in one direction, and it feels like either that relationship were gonna go to hell, and you did a 180, like you just did a U-turn like that. It's like you can almost hear the tiger squeak underneath, because it's like coming around again. There's somebody coming around. maybe coming back to you, coming around to talk to you, and this could be you could have decided, I'm gonna leave this relationship that I'm in, and then something has shifted within you, something has shifted within them, you started to see a shift, and you did a 180. And this is a happy child sitting on top of that tiger, just so excited to be back in the game, to sort of to just be back in the game, to just be here again. And if you're single, I feel like this is the major shift. This is the give me a break situation. This is for the very near future. For some of you guys who've already crossed this threshold, tröskel, like you already passed this point, this very tipping point in your life. And for somebody, this is what you're looking towards for the very near future. That is you thinking you were going in one direction, being single, thinking you were going in one direction, and then sort of almost like out of the blue situation. Number 16, sudden changes, sudden shifts. Tower that we talk about in tarot, like a tower moment. Something just completely shift for you. It's a 180 situation. You thought one thing was going to happen, and then something completely different happens. And I feel like for a lot of single people, this is your person, this is the partner that you've been waiting for. They're coming in. We have the owl, and on the bottom it says, follow your intuition. And the owl for me stands for so much wisdom, so much authority in a way, like being really smart and wise, and it's like you now have a better view of everything. You now see things way more clearly. It just fits perfectly with your 180 situation, Phoenix rising situation, that maybe you felt a bit in the dark before, maybe you didn't know how to get out of it, maybe you didn't see clearly what was to expect, like for relationships, whether you're single or in a committed relationship. And it's like you have a clear overview now. It's like you have a 360 degree, like how the owl is. That's what they're doing. That they're able to see from every angle how, okay, I see more clearly now how things are going to play out, how things are going to sort of end up for me. And it's like you're not that rushed anymore. It's like you're starting to get really balanced here, I feel. And then good fortune, we have the rainbow shooting through you. You've reached like this gorgeous Phoenix rising situation. I think some people, I know I'm going to sound really dramatic now, but through this energy, some people would, in some instances, say, I'm not going to stick around on this earth anymore. It's too tough. It's not for me. This is too heavy. Or they would say, I'm never, ever, ever going to meet somebody new. I'm going to stay single for the rest of my life. Or I'm not going to bother even to try to have dreams or try to have visions. It's too disappointing. It's too much. But you didn't, guys. It's a hell of a breakthrough. There's something that you just managed to get over. And I feel, and as I start to talk about it again, I get emotional again. It's like you've done the ugly cry a couple of times. A couple of times because it's been too much to bear, and a couple of times, or maybe one recently or two times, because it's such a relief that is starting to happen for you. The ugly cry, as Oprah would say, with the snot and the sweat and the everything. And this is you being in a perfect alignment. This is you having every energy center in your body fully balanced. And if you don't speak chakra language, this just means plainly you feel freaking good. You just feel really good in your body. And I'm not saying you can't have the flu. I'm not saying you can't have a runny nose and a bit of a headache. This is just a feeling in your body, like it's just there's just balance within your emotionally and mental self. And with the rainbow shooting through you, it's almost like every wish. There's another card in this deck that's called the 7 Heavenly Virtues, which speaks about how every area in your life is about to shift. And I feel like this is almost that card. Only you're in full control because the energy is working with you. It's with you. It's through you. It's not something that you want to, it's not something you look up at. It's the rainbow. If the rainbow has significance to you, the rainbow is here through you. So there's something in manifestation land, love relationship, love related, that is happening as we speak. It's like some sort of love is just tornadoing in. Tornadoing? Can you say that? It's tornadoing in. It's just a full force ahead. And yet another card which speaks about complete freedom. It gives you complete freedom. And whether this is a person coming in, whether this is you coming back into alignment, into a beautiful place with your already committed partner, or if this is you being single, meeting somebody, this is the type of love, the type of shift that if there's been, maybe it's tough, maybe it isn't, I don't know. Maybe it isn't tough for you to get this one, but it's almost like you go from no money to winning the lottery, winning big on the lottery overnight. And it just lifts all the pressure off of you. Maybe you've had kids to take care of. Maybe you didn't see how you were supposed to pay rent for the near future. Maybe like something like that. Only this love is going to do the same for you. There's something that they're bringing so much to the table for you, and equally you're bringing so much for them, that it feels like a weight is being lifted off of you. It's like you all of a sudden, and I am a strong spokesperson I'm a spokesperson for strongly believing in you can reach this position completely on your own. And that's why I say it's so important. I want to say this though, it's so important that you are this. You have reached this place first. You are fully gorgeous soulmate material first, so that you can attract fully gorgeous soulmate material. If you're a bit half and half, before, I'm not doing any marketing here, but half and half. But if you're so, unless like you did some work on yourself, you've been attracting so relationships, like not being fully happy within your relationships before. And that just, makes you work on yourself. And you have. And so now it still feels like, yes, you can reach this happy place all on your own, and reaching this position allows you to bring in that type of person that will just continue that feeling and that place that you have now reached within yourself. With that said, I feel like this is the type of person, this is the type of energy with you guys coming together. It feels like for the first time maybe ever, you could just relax. It's like a breathe out. It's like they came in and they just, saved everything financially for me. on top of you just feeling completely in alignment with yourself, just completely in alignment with yourself. And everything goes out the window, Gemini. I know you're strong-headed, but I know best. I can do it myself. I don't need any help. And with where I feel a lot of fire within you as well, you probably are very much so, I'm going to do it myself. And for you to let down that guard and just have somebody come into your life, and I'm just not talking completely financially, and this could be you, Gemini, could be vice versa, that it's not you that is on the bottom financially. I'm not saying that everybody or anybody is on the bottom financially. I'm just using it as a metaphor, that although it feels very true that some of you guys are really strong financially and some of you guys are really not strong financially. It's very divided. It's like and I guess that's Gemini type as well. You're never anything in between. It's either completely bottom or completely top. And so this could be you being really financially strong, just all of a sudden feeling like there's what is mine is yours. What is mine is yours. Take it. And there's no hesitation on your part. It's not like, let's date for a year and see how it goes before we mix and blend things or something like that. And I think you came in so strong thinking, this time around, I'm going to take it slow. This time around, I'm going to just take it slow. We're going to see how it goes and then we'll see. That's going to be out the window. You're going to reach complete freedom, a complete freedom feeling meeting this person, and you're going to unlock so many beautiful things for them, and they're going to unlock so many beautiful things for you. You're just going to help each other reach that higher level together. It is complete awesomeness. And then, have I looked at every card? No, there. And then we finalize this gorgeous journey with, there's never a finalizing of anything, but it's my magical carpet ride. It says vacation on the bottom. Take time for relaxation, adventure. Oh, I didn't say what it said here. And it says animal bond. Stand up for all animals. So it might be that I just was drawn to say that because sometimes I'm not drawn whatsoever to the words on the cards. It might be that you have that as a purpose together. You really feel for the animals. And I know some Geminis, they feel for every animal. And it's almost... Can we say that fly doesn't need to be here? Well, it has full right to be here. Anyway. This is my magical carpet ride. It feels like, guys, there's some worrisome clouds in the back. No more. We've put them behind us now. And instead of those worrisome clouds, there's birds. Birds and birds and birds. Coming out of those worrisome clouds, you're turning into complete freedom feeling. Financially free. Love free. Just everything free. You will feel completely free. For some of you guys, you will definitely go on a vacation together. This could mean like you're just wanting to commit and just wanting to be with each other for all and ever time, and so you want to make this trip together. But overall, it stands for the magical carpet ride, that you're going on this magical journey together. And as I said, that it was strongly 3333. Which for me, it's a master number, master number. That is number 11 and number 22 combined. So we have the 2 plus 1 and 2 plus 1. So we have 33. And that is like, if 11 stands for dreaming about it, visualizing about it, the airy-fairy part of it. And then the number 22 comes in to manifest it. 22 is the doer of it. It's the materializer of it. So it's the combining of the 22 and 11 equals to 33. And so we have 33, 33. So it's a double because we are talking about Gemini. So it's like we're coming together now. This is happening now. Oh my God. And now I'm going to do an extended, and I'm not going to get out of this. Usually I take a little break. but I'm just going to continue into the extended. I don't want to lose this gorgeous energy that I feel right now. So if this resonates whatsoever with you, come to the extended, which is the link in the description box down below. Click the little arrow and it will show up. If you still don't know how it works, don't feel dumb or stupid. Just ask in the comment section, which is all the way down. After all the videos, you will have the comment section on the very bottom. And I'll try to explain it as best as I can. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back in a week. Take care, guys. Bye.